Look at the tuba saw.
Hey, Sheldon.
Slow. Sheldon, you got the toothache? Maybe I can do a little work on you.
I'll live with the pain, Scott.
Look at this place.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, I
it's
remember.
unbelievable.
You're gonna have to crawl through here because it's pretty jam-packed.
Oh, wow. Incredible. What would you want for that?
I need $500.
Bill, you give me your finger. Scott, check that out.
That is so great.
$7 grand.
Ow! I either need you to help me with this or pick up my body. I have to have this. I'm Scott Cousins,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us. Oh, look at the duck, the biggest mallard duck.
Have you noticed everything in Alberta is big?
Who would ever think to have the world's largest pierogi?
On a fork. Probably some of it came from, say, Bakerville. It has the world's largest Easter egg. Hey, look at the big windmill.
Turn right in here. You get the coffee, I'll sort out where we're going.
Hey, where are we at?
We're in Red Deer in Gasoline Alley. We're halfway to Edmonton. We're gonna hit Edmonton. We're gonna see Ron and Conrad in Edmonton. Then we go north and east up to Vilna.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah, that's Bill. I think he's the one with the primitive painted furniture, which is gonna be cool. And then we backtrack back down to Millerville, where we're gonna see Veronica. And then we might have a pick in Calgary. And the funny thing is, I think we're gonna see some big things in small towns.
Let's go. Can you imagine little Fort Edmonton in the height of the gold rush? Edmonton was the gateway to the Klondike.
Yeah, I think it's more famous for trading away Wayne Gretzky. That didn't bother me in Calgary at all.
City of champions.
That's what they say. Usually I just say Calgary farted and out came Edmonton.
Oh, Scott. You are gonna love this collection.
I've heard that it's just unbelievable.
Conrad and his father, Ron, have amassed the most amazing collection in probably Western Canada.
Well, from what I hear, probably Canada. I talked to Conrad on the phone about bringing stuff up for them to look at. And he said, look, we're always buying. So I grabbed a bunch of stuff, threw it in the back of the truck, and we'll see what we can do with them.
You'd never know it, but this is the spot. I think we can pull right in here.
Wow, look at this place.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is even better than I remember it.
Unbelievable.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome to sunny Alberta.
Hi,
and the
Conrad.
Bonner Museum.
Yeah.
Good to see you
Scott,
again.
good to see you.
Good to see you, Ron.
In 1976, I bought a little toy truck, and it's one of those Lincolns right there with the ladders on it.
The ladder truck.
Yeah, and that was the beginning of our collection.
We've done it as a family. We look at it as our hobby that's kind of gone wild. So we're big into cars, tractors. We have a soda pop collection, Coke, Pepsi, 7-Up, Crush, Stubby, alcohol, jukeboxes, general store, Meccano, and tin trucks, signs, gas pumps. Been through the years and decades, something that we've just added to.
It's a disease. You can't stop. You got to keep going.
You can get treatment. You just call us. We'll take care of it for you.
You're like a kid in a candy store, aren't you? This is the most amazing private collection, and it really is private. It's very special that they've let us in today.
Can we stop at Red Indian?
Wow. Well, that has to be one of the most incredible Red Indian collections.
Red Indian is a real iconic image. It is the holy grail of oil and gas collectibles. I've never seen the sign that's on the top.
That's an original plaster Indian head. It is mint, and we've never seen another, and I don't know if we ever will.
That is one of the best Red Indian collectibles you will ever see.
This is the creme de la creme when it comes to Canadian pumps.
Wow.
And the
And,
restoration is just incredible in this one.
Everyone that collects oil and gas wants Red Indian.
And tins are almost as difficult to find as the signs.
The 5-gallon pails.
Right. They got everything going for them. They're a Canadian company.
That's right.
They got the great graphic. They got good color. They've got everything you want out of a piece of advertising. Normally, like you get 20 bucks for one of these. I would think a Red Indian, 150.
At least.
Yeah.
Would you part with one of those?
When you put as much effort and care into acquiring things, there's a huge emotional attachment. Nope.
That's the only two we have.
Sorry. Don't have to sell it, so let's just hang on to it. This is the general store.
A little bit of everything.
Great store. But you don't like Calgary because you're from Edmonton. So I think we could probably buy that Calgary ginger ale sign.
I love Calgary breweries.
That's
Calgary
ginger ale. That's our brewery.
I love Calgary ginger ale or breweries.
It's not a question of money with Conrad. Conrads are not going to sell it to you because they've got a place for it and they want to keep it. I'm hopeful maybe in the back room there's something that they would sell. And I got to a place where, fortunately, we'd separated Conrad and Ron. What about all the stuff you've got up on the shelves here? Can we take a look and see if there's anything we like?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Bang, I'm keying in now. Is there anything there I can buy? Well, Conrad's not there. Get some boat motors.
I think that's a no-name.
Outboard motor for international modelers, and that's what they were. You put them on your balsa wood boat. Those are really popular, and they were orphans in that collection. They didn't belong there. There was nothing that was associated with them. Would you sell these? These three little guys?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
Scott, the pit bull, is pick, 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 even when there's no picking to be had. He still picked.
Give me 100 for that one and 50 apiece for them. And that's a hell of a deal, I think. $200 for the...
Done. I'm not taking a chance you're going to say no if I make you an offer.
Thanks, Ron.
I got to go through them.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
What does that mean? Do you sell them something?
Yeah.
No.
But I
You did
felt
not.
sorry for the guy.
No,
I mean,
I-
they come all the way out here and go home without nothing, so I sold them those
sell
three
you
little
anything.
those motors.
You didn't.
Just three little motors.
You did not.
You did. I wasn't sure whether Conrad was really mad or was he pretending to be mad.
I was gonna start collecting these.
Oh, do you want to buy these?
only
What do you pay? 200? We have 2 1/4. It would have been fun to sell them back for 25 bucks more than we paid for them.
Yeah, take them home.
I guess you needed something.
We got to have something.
Thanks, Ron.
Get one of them all.
And I know what we're doing next time. We're going to find out when Conrad's on holidays, and we're coming back to deal with Ron.
It's our soda alley, I guess you'd call it, because there's quite a bunch on both sides.
Wow. See some
Whoa.
stuff I like already.
The impact is just there.
Get out of the way. I want to get in.
My favorite logo? This guy right here.
Oh, Stubby.
The little soda jerk.
That probably should be my new nickname, Stubby.
Put a cowboy hat on him and
I think he looks a lot like me, just I've got longer hair.
Coca-Cola right this way.
Wow.
it's spectacular. One of the largest collections I've been in of just strictly Coca-Cola.
Well, you got all different sizes of the Coke buttons. And anything with a triangle like that, that dates back to the 30s. Can you show us some stuff that you got doubles and triples of?
Not today. You have to come back.
Oh, come on.
There's some right behind me against the wall, but I wasn't going to tell him that.
Maybe we'll have to show you some stuff then.
Well, we could do
We
that.
could, we're always buying. Let's go take a look.
A sale is just as good as a buy.
Now you're talking.
We brought a few of our better items that we thought Ron and Conrad might like. A hell of a sign, that one. Just in case we can sell them something.
Here it is, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
This is Garage Fresh.
A wacky taxi.
Isn't that great? But that's a Marks.
That's like the Dick Tracy one I've got.
They are zeroing in on the vehicles that are in good nick or that are rare.
That's a tough one to find.
The Sunshine Biscuit truck, it's so rare, you take it in any condition you can have until you can find a good one.
We've avoided the neatest thing here. That gargoyle, the mobile oil sign, looks to be in pretty great shape.
But I think we have one, don't we?
I think we have one, Scott.
yeah, sure.
Sorry, guys, I think we have
I'm
one.
buying that one. He didn't have that sign and he wanted that sign.
Maybe we can roll that into a
Maybe
package price.
deal here.
Oh, you're gonna try and package us, are you?
well.
Ron and Conrad are shrewd buyers. They know what they want, they know what they like, they know what they need for their collection. The gargoyle sign became the focus of attention.
This one we paid a gob for. The mobile oil we like.
$13.50 would take it away.
I'm going to shake on the gargoyle piece.
Great.
And we let it go to you, because it's got a good home here, for $1,800.
Do better on that. You can go 17 on that.
If you go 3 on that, I'll go 17 on that.
I want to go 2 on this and 17 on that.
I think 2's too cheap on that.
It's
that
all
is
about the
such a good
condition.
toy. I know it is,
I know it's rare.
but at 2, it's too cheap, even in that condition.
Everything else we've agreed upon but sunshine.
Yeah.
Split it, 50.
Hey, exactly, or flip a coin.
We'll give you your 3 on this.
Okay.
Sunshine goes 3.
17.
17.
Gargoyle 17.
I still like the wacky taxi.
That's free.
That's a throw-in.
That's free.
That's the start of your collection.
And I'd say we got ourselves a deal.
Do we?
got
Thank you,
ourselves a deal.
sir.
Got a deal? Yeah. Neat how he slides that in.
Yeah.
The gargoyle sign was something that we would have been happy to find under any conditions.
When we bought that gargoyle sign, Ron was the guy I had in mind for that, because we were going to get top dollar. We're the guys hunting it down. We bring it to them. They give us the money so we can hunt some more for them. Free boat motors. Oh, we can take that back to Calgary and make some money. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys, travel safe.
You're the consummate picker, Scott. You never give up.
Can't give up. There's always that little, like, that you leave the door open a little crack, you gotta dive through. I think Ron's gonna be in trouble. I think he's gonna be grounded after selling those boat motors.
And there's small town, big heart. Look at the Cuba saw.
That is the ugliest coiler I've ever seen. The only thing that's missing is the steam coming off.
That's no turd, that's sausage, man. Next time I come, I'm going to Costco first, and I'm bringing a lot of mustard with me. There's a little town with a big bun up the road. We're going to see Bill, who's got some primitive painted furniture. Bill sounds like a good guy. I think we're going to have some fun today.
I hope so. We haven't driven all the way up here. We're not buying anything.
That's the thing about primitive furniture. You're not going to find it close to cities. I'm sensing this could be our place.
Oh yeah, look at the
Hey,
old
look at all
garden.
the outbuildings. Wow, somebody's been mowing a lot of grass
Wow,
here.
have they ever? Everything's clean and neat, which is sort of shaky for a picker because you want it to look really ragged.
This is it.
Get the cowboy hat on.
That's Billy. He's our kind of guy.
Hi.
I'm Sheldon.
Hi, Sheldon.
Scott?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Hominic Farm here.
Where do we start?
I'm strictly into primitives. Anything that would be handmade when the homesteaders came here.
I'm hoping the big barn is full of furniture.
The barn, it has quite a bit of stuff in it.
Perfect, we'll start there.
Your family built that barn?
My dad built that, yes. You're gonna have to crawl through here because it's pretty jam-packed.
Oh, wow. Incredible. Oh.
You could see a bunch of color in there. Greens, blues, reds, yellows. Those are the colors you see on Ukrainian furniture.
There are some great things here, Bill.
About 15 years ago, I had a picker drive up into my yard, and he had a truckload of primitive Ukrainian furniture. That's basically how I got going, is through other pickers. It grew to the extent that it is now, which I have about 2,000 pieces.
You ever seen one of those?
No.
Pistol holder.
You got some really interesting primitive weapons here. In our market, in Western Canada, it's unusual to find a guy with this much primitive. That had some paint on it at one time.
Lots of Ukrainian furniture, or primitive furniture generally, is made not by carpenters. It's made by husbands, fathers, mothers, people that needed the furniture.
And one of the beautiful things is you can see the hand of the craftsman in there. We love it. What's the story on this little chest, Bill?
That's got the nice motifs on it, and I believe the hinges are all handmade as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting piece.
It had clear age, crackling paint.
That's a desirable piece. What would you want for that?
I probably need about $350 at least for that one.
Jesus, you're steep.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, but we're selling it, remember? We're not collecting it. If I'm buying it to sell it,
Yeah.
I got to get it at 200, 250 max.
Anything that's really, really good is hard to pick. Heritage is becoming important to some of the people that probably didn't grow up with the items. It's becoming competitive because people are getting to know what it's worth.
So you're not prepared to move on this orange chest?
300. I said 350. 300.
Bill's prices are at the top of the market.
Hey, Bill, I was paying $10 a pop for these in Denmark. I could buy as many as I want.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a bread cutter.
Oh, right.
But they use them as a bookcase for holding your books on. It works perfectly. What would you want for one of those?
I probably need $50 for it.
50.
Yeah.
Bill, you give me your finger. Yeah. I want to soften you up a little bit here. Prices are a little strong, but I'm still encouraged because there's enough good things here. Bill, can I ask you about this sled here? That's kind of an interesting piece. What would you want for it?
$50?
Hey, now we're getting somewhere.
Ah, thank you. There, see, we got a deal.
$50 sold. We'll do well on that. We should double our money.
That looks almost like a jam cupboard, Bill.
Yes, I believe it is your jam jelly covered.
What would you need out of something like that?
70?
Shell? It seems pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'd rather be at 50. Would you be at 50?
I'd rather be at 70.
Well, hey, why don't we cut her down the middle?
How about this? Are you a gambling man?
I farm.
Then you're a gambling man.
You are a gambler, yeah.
I'll do this. You pick it heads or tails. If it's heads, it's 70. If it's tails, it's 50.
Let's put it at 60 rather than 50.
You're not a gambler man. Okay, shake his hand at 60. That's good.
All right. Thank you. Hey, I love that.
That might be European. It may be authentically coming with the immigrants.
Oh, what would you want for that?
Oh, give me $20.
There are some great doors here. In
No
fact,
doors. Sheldon,
yeah.
no doors. The problem with Sheldon is he always buys doors and beavers.
How about the one right beside you, Scott? That's rather unique. They're right behind you.
This one.
Yeah.
It's got the real alligator paint on it. Normally, I don't buy doors, I don't like doors, I don't want doors, but that was a really good one.
And it's also got porcupine chewed out on the bottom. Rather unique.
That's hard to do, Scott.
That's hard to do.
We couldn't make that up.
I could make that up. So is the reason you want me to pay a lot of money for it is because of the porcupine chewed it?
No, you can have that for $10.
$10?
Yes.
We just bought a door, Scott. I just shook.
You can't get that paint color without 100 years of wear. It's got nice green color on the backside.
Yeah, I lost one door. I've got many more.
And I figure with the price we're paying on that stuff, if we can't sell it, we can burn it in the fireplace.
All right, so we'll take you over to another building up. I got the garage.
Sure.
Hey, wow. It just keeps going on and on and on.
Bill, you're not climbing in here very often, I can tell you that.
What is that?
It's the biggest wedding chest box you'll ever see.
Yeah, simple spruce and pine.
Just plank construction top. See what the inside looks like. Bottom's solid. It's a solid piece. $100. Shake his hand. He's not talking.
It's a bit of a challenge to say yes right away.
Yeah, I'm with Scott with that one. I think 100's all we do on that one. Thank you. 100 done on the chest. Let the sun shine. Things are starting to happen.
Hey, Sheldon. Slow. I always think I'd look good in a buffalo coat, but I realize they're not made for short people.
There was enough coat there for you to make some leggings to boot.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff. I'm always hoping every time I come into a new room, I'm going to see a killer item. Yikes.
Oh, wow.
That's a big one.
Yes, it is.
You got to have a big house to put that baby in.
Yes, it is.
But that would have probably been the most important piece of furniture in your house when you had it.
Is it one piece?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful flat to the wall, probably early 20th century, but it was primitive, it was done right.
The interesting part about this one is these doors are made out of a door, cut into 4 pieces.
Homemade, right? just made out of what you had.
You know what the best thing about this is? Its size. You know what the worst thing about this is?
It's
size.
Exactly. You got to have a massive house to put this in, or a store. It'd be great in a store.
Country store?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's get down to brass tacks. What do you need for that?
600.
I'm sold at 600 already, but I got to try and grind them down. That's just the way it is. Would you go 4?
600, I think I got to get out of it.
It's not good to not negotiate. You got to negotiate. We're pickers.
The colors are nice on it, guys.
It is nice.
I don't mind a challenge, to tell you the truth. It's part of the game. 550. And that will be my rock bottom.
Will it?
Yes. Oh, I enjoy the game. Yes, I do. Very much so. Yeah, yeah.
Because my friend was giving me the old 5-finger salute over there.
$550. $50 more.
Now it's the moment of truth, and I'm looking at Scott to see, are we going to go for this thing, or is it just too big to maneuver?
I think we could do 550 on that.
It's a deal. It all works out in the long run.
And the fact you're delivering it to Calgary, I mean,
That's right.
that's a little heavier than I thought it would.
That's a fun old thing, isn't it? Somebody could turn that into a coffee table. Hell, the handle's worth $10.
We can come back tomorrow and grab the rest of it.
With the proper truck. It's a beautiful piece of furniture, and I'm thinking it's going into a store rather than a house.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Bill. It's been a pleasure.
See you
Have
later.
a good trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was good.
I think when it all gets back to the warehouse, I think we're going to be really happy with our load today.
Man, these are the biggest mosquitoes I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe one of these towns should have just a giant mosquito. We are on our way to one of the 7 wonders of the northern Alberta world.
And why are we going right when it said Calgary the other way, didn't it?
But I want to take you to town and show you those mushrooms.
We're going to see the world's biggest stool.
There are the mushrooms.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You cannot be serious.
Hey, come on, they're mushrooms. That's a tourist trap, that thing.
I'm guessing tens of people per year come by to see that one.
That's truly Canadian.
Well, one good thing is the weather's a heck of a lot better here than it was in Edmonton. If nothing else, it might be a good omen.
So where are we going?
We're going to Gio's building. Gio's a hairstylist. Gio is the guy that my buddy recommended because I mentioned that we had a guy looking for some signs.
Look at this building, eh? Hey, well, this should be good.
Yeah. See, do I need a haircut? I think I do.
I'm okay today.
Not a little bit above the ears?
Yeah. There's some goodies here. Wow. I was totally amazed to find all those signs in such an unlikely setting. Hey, Sheldon.
Sheldon?
And Scott.
Scott.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. I need a haircut. And I thought you might have a few signs here from what I hear.
I can help you out with both, but mostly the haircut.
Does that mean you're not really a motivated seller?
I can see they're all screwed down.
They're not going anywhere. These particular ones, anyway.
My initial reaction is we're hooped.
I have some on the other side that I haven't put up yet.
Do you?
Yeah, would you like to take a look at them?
Yeah. Can we take our coat off?
You bet.
One of the great things about Gio is he is making his collection a part of his environment. Wow, do you have signs?
Yeah, there's some goodies here. Wow.
Yeah, I've been collecting for about 30 years or so.
Holy cow.
I live and work and play out of the same space, which keeps it really simple. I try not to do a beauty salon or a barber shop. I try and create something in between. A hair joint.
Love it, a hair joint. Scott, check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
That is so great.
That is just incredible, that neon. It has everything going for it. That red is bold, condition is perfect.
It's got that Art Deco look to it. I take it that's not going to be for sale.
I don't know if the price is right, if I get the right amount of money for it.
What's the right price? Because I love that.
Pretty close to 15.
I see you got a Coke flange over there and another one on the floor. Flanges are very interesting advertising collectibles because they would have been screwed to the outside of the building so you could see the signage from either side you were coming down the street. So to get them in good condition is very difficult because every kid that came along picked up a rock and threw it at the sign. This one's probably into the 50s is my guess. 41 for this one.
39.
39, so that's the earlier one. When you have the green around the outside, that means it's the earlier one. Would you be interested in parting with them if the price was right?
If the price was right.
And what would the right price be?
Well, you tell me.
I'm thinking $1,000 a piece. That's a pretty fair offer.
I'm pretty attached to them. I'll have to say 1,500 a piece.
But we were out.
They can't replace them though, right?
Well, you can. It's hard though. Gio's not so much a tough negotiator as an unmotivated seller. He's a smart guy. Is that for sale?
Sorry.
Okay. So you're not selling that?
No, sorry. I'm attached to them.
What about this? Would you part with that?
No.
No.
I've been living with them for a while now. It's just like family.
Hey, I see something that brings back some memories. I love that.
Very historic ski hill in Alberta.
Yeah, exactly. Brings back some memories from my youth. Would you part with that, Gio?
Yeah.
What would you want for that?
Make me an offer.
What about 150?
Sure. Sold.
Hey, that was easy, and now we broke the ice.
I'm getting hopeful here.
Yeah. Now the ball is rolling.
This one's got the blue, it's got the yellow. That's a beaut. It's a pig. If it was in great condition, I could see this going 7,000, maybe even higher. Sold! Would you sell it?
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Oh, geez, I was ready to shake. So we're grinding, we're wheeling, we're dealing. We're trying to buy some signs here.
Mauricio!
And how dare somebody come in and want a haircut? Right as we're doing some business. Turns out to be good timing so we can strategize.
This is one of the more desirable Texaco signs.
I think our buddy would love that.
Yeah, this is as good as you're gonna see this sign if you don't find it mint. I've seen that sign many, many times before. It's usually beat. And they often got shot because the middle of the star on the Texaco is a perfect point for somebody to practice their aim. We got a buyer for just that sign.
I would really love to leave with that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the sign. I'm concerned we're not gonna make any money off it.
I'd like to run 1,200 by him. Or if we're close again on another big guy, we offer 25 for the two or whatever the case. So, yeah. I think our buddy would love that.
That would be perfect.
Had the second star originally, right? But
yeah, one on either side. Yeah, this would have hung outside the gas station, right?
this one, the individual letters, porcelain on steel, good heavy ones. I know it's very desirable. I don't know if he's going to part with it, but we
got to try them all.
Yeah. Hey, Gio, you all done?
All done.
We've been spending money and you aren't even here.
Whose money you spending?
His.
Oh.
We've decided we're going to make you an offer you cannot refuse. That.
The two Coke ones that we've already tried you on, but maybe we can sweeten the pot a little.
And Texaco.
So, we're thinking 6,500.
For everything?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking.
Oh, I thought maybe just for the Texaco.
We were going nowhere. Gio was just not budging.
But I'm not giving up that easy. What would your best be on the meats? How about if we went 22 for the pair?
Hey, now
12 for that, 1,000 for that.
Now that's getting generous.
Sure.
Done.
I'll do that.
Done.
Give my buddy a call that was looking for the Texaco sign, and he's excited. He asked me what else he has. I explained to him a few of the signs, including the big Chevrolet sign, and he goes, "What? I've been looking for years for that. I want that sign." I wanted to make sure we got the sign, so I thought I'd soften Gio up by paying him for a haircut. Just a little bit off the bottom here.
Come on, Gio, give him his money's worth. When was the last time you ran a comb through that? I'm really enjoying this. Thanks for showing us a couple of signs there, Gio. Do you do dreadlocks?
There you go, you're tuned up.
Beautiful.
All right, well, time to go and make the deal. I love when Scott's smiling.
Made a call. You know you didn't want to sell it, but you're gonna have to give me a stupid number on it.
$7 grand. That's stupid enough?
Ow! That hurt. Come on, you know that's way too much money for this sign. We go 4.
55.
For us to make any money off it, we gotta buy it from you at 5.
Chevrolet.
If it was mint, I'd be jumping at 7 grand.
Give it a good home?
Give it a good home.
Okay.
We got a deal. Wow.
Hey, thanks a lot, Gio. We'll go get some packing.
This isn't that bad, this one. It's a bit awkward, but it's not too heavy.
Guys are great. The guys share the same passion that I do for these signs.
It's a great sign. It's a 4-color, big dealer sign. That is a good one.
Just a classic. I love it. Good image. Our bank account has now got a haircut.
Yeah. We'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And you're more than welcome.
Thanks
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. We made a new friend, drove away with some great signs. Doesn't get any better than that. Only wish I had hair that he could have cut.
He could have given you a bowler. Look at the great owl over there.
Oh, what a glorious day to be heading out to the foothill.
It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that landscape over there. Look at, you can see the mountains clear as day.
Did you realize in the 1930s you could still homestead at Millerville?
Seriously?
Yeah, it was an agreement with the government. You broke the land, you worked it for a certain time period, and you received it as a gift.
Wow.
So we're going to see Veronica today. That should be interesting.
You haven't seen Veronica probably 15 years.
Oh, you knew her late husband.
Yeah, he truly was a jack of all trades and master of all trades.
When she called me, she said, there are a lot of tools. There's a lot of everything.
But we got to be careful too, because she wants to move volume.
Hey, this is the place.
Wow, this is nice. Very secluded.
Let's go meet Veronica.
Hi, bud. How are you?
Hi,
Hi, Veronica.
I'm Sheldon.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Alex.
you.
Alex,
My
nice
son
to meet
Alex.
you.
He's my youngest son.
How are you?
Good. You're doing a bit of work here.
We're definitely under construction.
Hey, I'd be happy to be living here in a teepee.
So did you do most of the work yourself?
Michael did. Michael designed the house and he built all this.
I knew Mike years and years ago.
Yeah, I know.
We used to have some fun together.
Yeah, all you guys were pickers and
We picked up tools, we just give them to him.
so
The
that's where he
tools.
got them all, eh?
Yeah.
That's where they came from.
Guilty as charged.
He has tools.
Lead on.
Okay.
Love your dog.
Yeah, this is Pacho
Ah.
and a donkey named Charlie and my horse is Monty.
And if there's anything off limits, just tell us, because otherwise
Sure.
I'll be digging through it.
Okay, so this is all the stuff. Michael's man cave, if you like.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
My first impression, there's quantity, there's quality, and that's what I like to see.
It's my husband's collection. He was a picker for 40 years.
Look at all the Stanley. Wow.
He did a lot of woodworking and he was so totally immersed in it.
You really need a week to do this, not a day. This sign shell.
That's a good one, isn't
That's
it?
an old woodwork. We'll have
Yeah.
to have that.
Shell, Scott?
You see that sewing machine up at the back, Shell?
Oh, the Royal
Hobbyist.
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 So just ask and I'll let you know.
The adrenaline starts flowing, especially when you get into a good pick like this.
I love this box. Water gremlin. And look, a homemade fishing lure in it. Did you see the double-sided anvil over there?
No, but I'm looking at these really nice toolboxes here.
Well, there's actually one we couldn't even open.
Is that this big one here?
The big one in the front.
I know who sold that to him about 15 years ago.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah. I can tell you what was in it when I saw it. It was full of finishing carpenter's tools. And I would probably, just for fun, I'd step up on this one and I'd give you 6 unopened. We could open this up and it could be filled with lead.
That's right. I know.
Right.
I know.
The worst we're gonna do is lose $400 and we might hit a bingo.
I'm a carpenter myself, so
Oh,
something
okay.
like that is.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hang on to that.
Hey, I just thought it'd be fun to take a chance. You know what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do a little bit of looking.
Okay.
Scott and I wanted to package things.
That would give us a sense as to how we want to approach the whole buy and what you want out of it, right?
We thought it might make it easier for Veronica to sell. This is incredible, Scott.
You know, this is all good saleable stuff. I think we just put a big pile of stuff together.
Yeah, and come up with a good, healthy offer.
Yeah. Sheldon, you got a toothache? Maybe I can do a little work on you. Look at my tool of choice.
I'll live with the pain, Scott.
Mike never threw anything away, organized it all because he always had a use for it someday.
The little wonder torch.
Yeah.
It's a little mini blowtorch.
Isn't it sweet?
It really is.
Yeah.
You know me with sleds.
Yeah, I know. Mike made that one.
Boy, he was good, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He
What
was
a craftsman.
It was a little bit sort of apprehensive because I thought, oh, goodness me, you know, they're sort of zooming in on some of the nice stuff.
Look at this, Scott.
Is that a John Deere one?
It's a Canadian one.
It's a tractor lawn sprinkler.
Yeah, it's a beauty. I think we got to add that to the
Oh,
pile.
absolutely. I either need you to help me with this or pick up my body. I have to have this. That is a beaut. And you know what? This ain't a sewing machine, Shell. It's a bandsaw. But if ever there was a good one, this is it.
There we go.
Okay, so we just got to grease it up and get it moving.
Oh, yeah, she could work again very easily.
Oh, my goodness. We have one thing here that's not for sale.
We thought that might happen, but we didn't know whether he had made a bunch of them.
No, Michael made it for his grandson.
Sometimes you're dealing with not just a commercial transaction, sentiments and attachments run high.
Why don't we grab that one and we'll take it away?
Here,
Okay.
I'll put it back where it came from. And I think we were battling that a little bit here today.
I see you've got the little,
You know,
yeah.
the only reason I'm even interested in offering on it is because I hauled it down and it was heavy.
Yes, I know, I know. You were actually the bravest of them all.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, Scott, I think I'll hold on to that because I know there were some very interested parties.
What do you think they'd pay you for it?
They were talking in the hundreds.
Well, we are too.
You know, of 700.
Not that many hundreds.
Yeah.
So pretty much pulled out what we were interested on this table here. I thought we'd maybe making an offer on this bundle of goodies.
Everything that's from the door in that's in our pile. And if there's anything that you don't want to sell, just let us know and we can pull it
Okay.
out. Put it this way. We tried to put together a critical mass that it would at least be a decent dollar for you. Because if we offer you $100 on that sign, you might say, well, $100, I might want to keep it. But if we offered you $1,000 on everything, that might say, oh, that's reasonable.
$1,000 on everything? Absolutely no.
Okay?
No, there's way more than $1,000.
Okay. I can tell that Veronica's getting nervous.
The watering tractor, I was thinking of using that because it's self-propelled.
Their eyes are going from item to item of things that she didn't really want to part with. For us, that's one of the key pieces.
Yeah, is
in
that
the
right?
deal.
Yeah. You'd have to offer me a lot of money to keep that.
What's a lot of money?
I don't know. That's the problem. I have a big problem here. I should have spent months sort of researching all this. I would rather do it piece by piece. There are a lot of gems that are hidden. I mean, that tin alone there is worth bucks. And sometimes the one gem can be, you know, the value of the entire table.
That's a nice
This
stuff.
is a tough way to do this.
This has got to work for us,
Yes.
but most
That's
importantly,
gotta
it
work
has
for
to
me.
work for you, Veronica.
Okay. Basically, it is all up for grabs, but, you know, I want a decent price for it.
Well, I think we have to recalibrate that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Why don't we ask her about the pieces that we haven't included then?
Sure.
We thought when we came in that Veronica's prime motivation was to get rid of large quantities of stuff quickly. I'm just gonna peek in here while we're walking. In fact, it's not. It's to maximize the amount of money per item that she gets. $10 on this?
No.
So we just decide, let's pick the items we can sell, we can make money on. Maybe we'll both be happy at the end of the day. I see something I like right here. Is that something you'd part with?
Okay, we don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either, but I know what it's gonna be. Sand it down, turn it sideways, put a piece of glass on it. It's gonna be a coffee table.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Yeah. What I really think was going through her mind was, once we told her about the coffee table, she thought she had a use for that. What would you need out of it? You
As
and I are
much as
both...
I can get, as much as I can get. Come on.
Oh no, this is the way it's gonna be.
Hey, what do you think then? I am definitely a sentimental person, but I'm trying to declutter.
Shell, what do you think?
We might as well start now.
150 bucks?
You're way up above me, buddy. That's what I'd sell it for once it was done.
Well, it's totally unique.
It is totally unique.
We're trying to be fair here.
But I like the idea of that price.
I'm sure you do.
Fair to Veronica, fair to ourselves, because we are here to make a buck.
I was gonna say 50 bucks. It cost us 50 bucks to get a piece of glass.
Well,
cut
that's
for it.
true.
Why don't we say 65?
Done.
Hey, that's a good deal.
Done. It's pretty hard for me to negotiate hard when you said 150 in the first place.
David, I like that.
I really like your bicycle.
Isn't that sweet?
Calgary Cycle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No wonder he saved it.
Yeah, you know, Mike had a soft spot for stuff like
Yeah.
that. Men's bikes are way harder to come by than women's because men beat the rat out of them. For us to buy that bike, Shell,
Yeah.
I'm thinking 100 bucks.
100's a good solid offer.
100's a solid
I
offer.
think that's a good
You
offer.
think it's a good offer?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
done.
Done. Somehow or other, piece by piece by piece, that seems to be more successful. The sign.
That's the Philip Morris sign.
It was the kind of thing somebody that had a loft would hang that in the place of a piece of art. I'll give you 100 bucks for it, sell it for 150.
Alex?
I think you should push for at least 10 this time.
All right, 110.
105. 105, she said.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Everybody's happy. Veronica, is that a butcher block?
Yes, it is. A fabulous butcher block.
Oh, it is,
Wow,
too.
let's go take a look.
Man, has it ever had some use? Look at that.
Yeah.
I bet you that's, what, 200-300 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Every bit of that, yeah.
I love the fact that it says Sault Ste. Marie. It's a good piece of Canadiana, and they're always popular. This is a good one. Is this something you'd sell?
I'd like at least 400 plus.
At least 400 and then
400
plus.
and plus.
Yeah.
400
I know.
plus.
What about 405?
405 again. Okay.
Wow, no problem. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, we've got some packing up to do.
It's been a great day. It's been a fun day, and I'm happy to see it go. And I think it's going to a bunch of guys who are going to put it in the right place, and that's good.
Normally, I'd say we made a dent, but there's so much here, Veronica. I'm not.
You made a small dent, you have to come back. Sure.
I was a bit nervous about this pick coming in because Mike was a friend of mine. I think we got the best of both worlds. Got some stuff, we gave her some money.
There's a lot left, and we'll be back here to pick again. That was a lot of fun.
That was.
Good seeing you again. It's been a long time. So, you're a hard one.
I was taught well by Michael. But anyway, come back.
Love to.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
See you later. The donkey, the burro. He's a big burro. They can be mean bastards, those things.
I know you fought with the wild turkey. Now you're telling me you've had it out with the donkey as well?
I've seen what donkeys can do. They use them as guard dogs.
Oh, yeah. I'd bet on the donkey. Of course, I often bet on the donkey. Watch it, there's raccoons in there. Louie, Louie, Louie! The mother load.
Wow.
This is a candy store. Whoa, whoa, watch it.
That's pretty cool.
Come on, Susie, it's just me.
It's a tough call whether it's easier to milk that cow or easier to buy from you.
Whoa, there's a beauty.
You can tell who played the French horn.
I think they're worth $20,000 for the pair of them.
He said $20,000.
I just don't think we should walk away from the two best things we've ever seen. Whew. I'm Scott Cousins,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
I'm just pumped we're here in Quebec. This is great, isn't it? It's beautiful here. This is a horsey part of the world. There's something like one horse for every 4 people here.
Where there's horses, there's horse events. Apparently, this area has one of the top horse meets in Canada. Spruce Meadows is probably #1, but
Personally, I never touch horse meat myself, but...
that's a terrible pun.
So what have we got lined up on the picks?
We started in Montreal. We're gonna go down to Ormston. This is one of my favorite areas right here. And then we're gonna be going to Saint Justine.
This is horse country, and we've done this area before. We've always been successful.
My experience with guys that like horses is they have all kinds of stuff. And that's my hope, is that we're gonna find some stuff that's gonna be way outside their realm, but in ours. You're driving?
I'm driving.
Okay. We're heading to Ormstown. This town's particularly appropriate for you, Sheldon, because it was home of one of the most infamous insane asylums in Canada.
Merci for that.
Yeah.
So we're going to see Louie?
We're going to see Louie. He's got a house, a cottage, and a garage all filled with stuff.
Bit of a junker is Louie?
He's a picker. I think he's a bit of a collector because he's got a bunch of mint in box stuff. Look at that great old tractor. Beauty, International Harvester.
Could be Louie's right here.
Oh, look at the motorcycle. Barn fresh motorcycle. Turn around, let's go back. Let's go. It's usually pretty easy to spot a collector's place. There's always something outside of the house that'll pique your interest. You must be Louie.
Yes, I am.
Scott.
Hi, Louie.
Nice to meet you.
So what's the story?
I've been collecting for the last 30 years. I collect anything antique that's interesting. You tend to fill the spaces that you have available. So I had bought this house and then bought this second house.
Oh, okay.
After a while, you end up with tons of stuff.
Oh, that's a nice little Lambretta, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
This is a 150cc.
1950s?
58, probably.
Yeah. Can I take it for a spin?
Sure. That's it. If he wants to drive it to Alberta, it's going to take a while. He could make it, probably.
I have a very strong preservation gene, so I always let Scott do the riding, the climbing, all the dangerous tasks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of the first things Sheldon and I try to do is gauge the level at which this guy wants to sell. Yeah, what's it worth?
Close to $5 grand. This was my way of testing him also.
Well, why don't we see what you got inside? Holy cow!
A bit of everything.
Wow, you got the clock going, Westminster chimes, and everything. Oh, these are great. Louie had a great little collection of toys there. There were dinky toys in the box. There were corgi toys in the box. Oh, geez. Huh. You got some trains here.
Yes.
There were some nice pre-war Lionel trains. Do you have a sense, what are you looking for these trains?
But, well, I remember what I paid for them, so...
Huh. Well, that's very important sometimes.
So, like I say...
Do you have an idea as to what you're looking at for all of them?
Make me an offer.
I want you to make the first offer.
Start?
I want you to make the first offer, and then I don't want to make an offer that's low and he gets upset, because that could turn the negotiations for the entire day on all the rest of the stuff.
I know the prices, and I do research all the time. There's about $8,000 worth of
Whoa, is there really?
Oh, yeah, easy.
We are out on that at $8,000, so I don't even have to make an offer. We may have some difficulty buying the stuff, so we're sort of hoping we'll see some things that he isn't that fond of that we can maybe buy at a good price. Hey, Sheldon, how do you like these?
Oh, Scott, you need to own those.
Are those mine or what? Great little pair from the 20s or 30s. They look really cool. They're the kind of thing you could throw on your motorcycle. You wouldn't want to drive too far because you can't see very well through them, but you'd look pretty good.
And you can adjust the arms.
What would you want for those?
20 bucks.
Start the ball rolling.
Sold?
Not even negotiating it.
Whoa. This is an artist that I recognize. Yeah, David E. Kavik.
I know a little bit about Inuit carvings, but Sheldon knows a lot about Inuit carvings.
Well, I can spot a David E. Kavik from across the room. He always makes the shapes of heads very unusual. You know why I recognize he did the eyes very distinctly.
Yeah.
Trying to keep my emotions under temper there, not to be too excited about it. I'll cut to the chase on it with you, Louie. It's the sort of thing that I would pay $500 for. Does that entice you?
I need to be a bit higher.
What are you thinking price-wise?
They're pickers, they know their stuff. I understand that they try to pay as less as possible. I need about 7.
That's a little too rich to turn over at a profit.
Yeah.
For us. We're Canadians. We're the most polite people in the world. And we also come from a culture that's not used to bargaining.
Well, I'm thinking. You see, I'm trying to put together a package where we can maybe walk away with our soapstone, but not be in it for more than we want to be in it for.
It just so happens in the antiques and collectibles game that everything's up for negotiations.
I'm super interested in that.
Yeah.
It's seltzer water, and it's the dog spraying the cat with seltzer water. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Great image.
What do you think you need out of that?
20 bucks?
See, that's a really fair price, I think.
No one deals the same way, I find. That's the thing with years, you understand how people deal.
What about that, Louie?
Whoa.
It's a nice piece of glass.
It's got the fleur de lis.
I really like the fact that the center panel, little diamond, is clear. Sometimes people want to have a little bit of a view outside as well, so that's a good piece.
Shell,
Yeah.
if we were to go this and these,
Their style was very interesting.
you know, I'm thinking, would you go, well, I was thinking like 7, to give him his 7.
I think we're there.
That
Huh?
sounds
7
good.
for the
That
pot.
sounds good.
Excellent, you're a good man.
Sale.
I'm happy.
I'm happy too.
Thanks, Louie. Bingo. That's good for us.
We'll double our money and probably triple out on that.
I like to buy stuff that's different. You don't see anywhere else.
Yeah, you have some unusual things
That's
here.
what I
Louie.
like, you know. That's a bit my specialty, you know.
That's a real cool little piece.
Yeah.
Motorcycle build. Probably from the 40s or 50s, at sort of the height of the Harley-Davidson craze on motorcycles. I think I'd have to put about 6 more inches of strap on there to get it around me. There's no way I was getting into that belt.
I was thinking around 200.
That is about what we could get for it at a motorcycle swap meet. I was hoping you were gonna say 100, and I was gonna go 75. Like, we're a long way apart.
Let's go 125.
I'd be really pushing it to go 100 on it.
Okay, 100's good.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
excellent. I'm curious, what's in the barn?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. It's a bit embarrassing there, but I don't normally show this space. To show my old garage full of junk.
Whoa!
It's just jammed to the rafters.
Wow.
What can I say?
I got a hold of it.
My climbing juices kick in and I want to start rummaging around because I'm just sensing there's something good in there. Yeah! Let's go digging. What's up here? Holy Louie! Louie, Louie, Louie!
Watch it, there's raccoons in there.
Oh, great. Does a raccoon bite?
Yes.
It does. You see that cage next to you? I've been trying to catch it.
Oh, shit.
They carry rabies, too.
Oh, great. And it was like, I'm in the wrong place on the wrong day. Whoa, whoa, watch it. Scott, if I don't make it, tell my family I love them. Oh, look at this thing. It's a mold to make snowshoes.
Wow. Don't you love the smell of mold in the morning? I've never seen a snowshoe mold before. Wasn't really sure how they made them. Now I know.
They would steam the piece of wood, bend it over, and then put
the pegs in.
Yeah.
There's lots of snowshoes around, but there's not too many molds to make.
No,
them.
you don't see them often.
Yeah. Do you have any for the right snowshoe?
The left and right,
So what would something like that cost?
200. Because of rarity, you know.
It's just a crude block, but
Yeah, but try and find it, yeah. Those to me are very rare, and the provenance and the story around it.
how about $100, Louie?
Meet me halfway.
100 a quarter, but you got to throw in the other snowshoe parts.
Okay,
Done.
deal.
Man, you've got some really weird things
I try
here.
to have stuff that's different, you know.
I see you got a predicted TV here.
Yeah, it lights up, but
Doesn't work. I'd like to get a better look at it out there.
you know what I saw on the internet? Some people actually put a computer screen in them.
Very short period of time that they made them. I buy every Philco Predicta I can find because you can sell them as a doorstop. They're that cool. What are you looking to get out of it?
Normally in this condition, they go for 400, even in this condition.
I mean, I'd go 150 on it just because it's a bit of a flyer. It could be nothing more than a big doorstop.
175?
Oh, you're getting hard, are you?
He can be a tough bargainer, but I can be too.
Tell you what, you got a little tobacco cutter inside that I saw that wasn't very expensive. How about 175? You throw the tobacco cutter in.
Deal.
Perfect.
Oh, you guys really stashed it, didn't you?
Is he stuck somewhere?
Man, it's like a treasure hunt.
I found another snowshoe thing, Shel.
Snowshoe mold?
Yeah, another one.
I found a sled, Scott. It's bloody well buried in here. Scott, are you available for me to hand you something?
As soon as I come over here with this snowshoe thing, I'll come in. What do you need?
I think I've contorted myself into a pretzel form,
Oh, good for you.
and I can't move.
Yeah, well, it's usually me doing it, so it's about time. Oh, wow. It's a sled I've not seen before.
You could actually stand on one.
Oh, you stand
this,
on that
And then
thing?
you just go like this, and it acts like a skate.
And that's why we're here in Quebec looking for something that we've never seen in our own marketplace. What do you want for that, Louie?
I was asking about 150, but make me an offer.
$50.
80,
60.
70. Deal.
Merci.
That was like just a game you guys are doing. I'm really happy with the way Louie's dealing with us. He's playing ball with the pickers. What about the mate to our snowshoe mold?
50.
50 extra? Oh, we got to do that. Shake the man's hand for $50.
There you go. Making space for new stuff, and I get fresh money to buy some more. Don't forget your glasses.
Oh, yeah, I got to take my glasses. Thank you.
It was good picking.
I could weld with these, you know?
Yeah, well, you just can't drive with those. Today was just one of those days where all the stars aligned. We got a real mixed bag, which I love.
Maybe I can get this in here. The things we bought from Louie, you could literally take what we bought, set it up at a show, and you'd have the most interesting booth at the show. It was that cool. It was that different.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, it was a great time, great stuff.
Merci.
Bienvenue.
Now you have to come and visit us in Alberta.
For sure.
We'll return the favor. We'll sell you some stuff cheap.
Drive safely.
Thank you. Hey, well, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. I really like those snowshoe forms. Bend it around, put the pegs in, let it dry. Put a piece of glass over top of it, and that's going to be one of the greatest coffee tables that you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Who would be your favorite explorer? My favorite explorer? That would be Cartier, probably.
Captain Cook,
Jacques Cousteau,
Captain Vancouver,
James T. Kirk. Laura Croft Tomb Raider? How about that? Laura Croft. She's definitely the best looking explorer. You've never even seen it, have you? Like, you have never even seen Star Trek.
No.
You've never seen Star Wars.
Getting an education traveling with you, Scott.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a guy called Gordy, who's got lots of farm implements, but really unusual ones. So he's owned the farm for 60, 70 years, a dairy farm.
Oh, dairy.
And I bet you this is it right here.
I'm gonna turn here. Oh, look at the phone booth. Great phone booth.
He's got an English telephone booth. They're rare, so there is a little hint there. We might be seeing some good stuff.
Oh, look at all the signs.
I'm guessing that's Gord right there. Let's go meet him.
You must be Gord.
Yeah,
Scott, how are you?
good.
Sheldon?
Hi, Gord. Nice to meet you.
Wow, you've got some great stuff in there. Can we take a look?
Sounds good.
Wow,
Holy smokes, you got stock.
a smorgasbord.
Yeah.
So what's the story here?
Well, I would describe myself as a collector. I think I started probably with the first back in '69. At that time, actually, people thought I was crazy when I bought the first gas engine and dragged it home for $22. They laughed at me.
Oh, look at the tractor seats.
Yeah, a ton of them.
Great lover of all kinds of old machinery and tools and stuff like that.
I'm happy, because this guy's got inventory.
And I can see the walls are covered with advertising signs. So I'm excited at this point.
I see you got a cannon. Would that be for sale?
No, I'm afraid that's part of my collection. That gives you something else to think about besides work. 6.5 days a week.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Beauty.
I spotted about 10 pieces immediately. Would you sell either of your Red Indian pieces? That's the top of the market. If he was selling those, he was selling everything. I asked him about the Red Indian pieces.
No, those are part of the collection.
Yeah? Why don't you stay down here? We'll wander up and hold things up to you, and you can tell us if it's for sale or not.
Whoa, that's good, eh, Scott?
Oh, you've had that for a while.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Molson's, isn't it?
Yeah. Great sign, not in great condition, but a rare sign. Would that be for sale?
No, I don't think so. Oh, there's some things that I would let go, but I still have a soft spot in my heart for a lot of the things I have.
You can't fault me for trying.
If you don't ask, you don't find out.
Looks like you got every year of Quebec license plates too here, Gord.
One of the neighbors gave me those one time.
Want to part with the box?
That's a good question.
Hey, you got a double of that Red Indian sign up there. Are you selling doubles?
Not the Red Indian.
Oh, you're killing me, Gord. You're killing me.
I like the fact that he leans towards collecting good Canadian pieces. I'm just stymied that we can't buy anything.
I hate seeing things screwed to the wall because that means they're not likely for sale. Now, I'm going to cut to the chase here because there's a ton of things we'd make an offer on here. Is any of the stuff up here for sale?
Most of that stuff is part of my collection, really. There's some other farm implements over in the other shed there if you're interested in looking at that stuff.
Gordon tells us he's got some unusual farm accessories, so I'm happy to look and maybe even learn something. What's going on here, Gord?
Oh, that's a John Deere manufacturer. That's for making potatoes for planting.
Do you have a potato?
We'll try cutting 2 of them there and see how it goes.
Stand back, guys.
Yeah, let her go. There you go.
Oh, isn't that slick? Wow. Early automation. That saved somebody a lot of work sitting there doing it by hand. Hey, we could go in the French fry business.
Yeah.
John Deere is a great name. Anything that says John Deere on it's worth 200 bucks. So what would you need out of 2 pickers for a potato, whatever you might call it?
I'm not really sure of the top dollar on that.
Well, we're not even interested in the top dollar.
Probably something around 1,800 might take it.
Whoa! And that ain't no small potato. Gord, you put your finger right there.
And we'll negotiate the price.
Hey, Gordon.
Yeah?
What's this contraption up here?
Oh, that's a lawnmower.
That's another museum piece.
Yeah, there's not too many of those around.
Gordon's an interesting guy. He had some really curious farm implements. What's this contraption
That's
here?
a dog power. Some people call them a goat power, but around this area, there were always dogs that run them.
You put the poor dog in here, you strap him in, he walks on this thing, turns the wheel, and away it goes. I just don't know what to say, Sheldon.
And that's a rare occasion, Scotty, when you're at a loss for words. When you started your dairy operation, you weren't milking by hand here, were you?
We moved here in 1941, and my father had a milking machine put in here.
This is like an early rowing machine, right?
Yeah.
You just go like that and milk.
And that's giving you your suction.
Yeah.
I think you could retrofit that, you know, and you could be making your milkshake and getting a workout at the same time. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, and
We left town this morning saying, boy, I wonder if there's a good milking machine to be bought.
I didn't say this one was for sale now.
Oh, right, okay. It's looking kind of tough, but we want to dig hard and mine this place.
Do you have another place we can look at that maybe has some more, how can I say it, ready for market items? Oh, I can see some stuff I like already.
Yeah. Whoa. I tell you what, we'd love to have.
I was just looking at that. I want
nickel
that digger.
Yeah. Cost you a nickel. Then you became a crane operator for a few seconds. You tried to pick up a little cellophane wrapper with 5 more nickels in it.
If you went for 2 nickels, you could almost get 2 every single time. But when you went for the 5, you lost every time. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
Yeah, but that could be a little costly to take that one home. That's one of those soft spots in my heart.
Oh, is it? Does it work?
As far as I know, all the parts are there for it, but I've never had it working.
That's a beaut.
You know, if you really twisted my arm at about 3,500 or something.
It is for sale, but the price is outrageous for us.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of thing I'd pay 2,500 bucks for, even in that condition. It's a good one.
I'd have to do some thinking on that. I know if you twisted my arm hard enough, like 3,500, you know.
That's not twisting, that's feeding you what you want to eat for dinner.
Who's twisting whom here?
There is what we call the Bermuda Triangle for pickers. That's when you got a guy that loves his stuff, isn't motivated to sell, and doesn't need the money. Finally, I spot a tin, and I can't believe my eyes when I see it. Gordon, I found a tin that I'd like to ask you about. One of the rarest by far. I've seen about 4 or 5 of them in my life, and most of them are torched. It's a great Canadian tin, Rock City Tobacco Company.
Wait till I clean the dirt off. Maybe it'll improve the price,
Yeah,
will it?
I don't want you to do that because you might take some of the litho with it when you're doing it. For me, tin lithography tells the history of Canada. It tells what people were thinking about at particular points in time.
You'd have to twist my arm awful hard, I guess, before it would ever interest me on selling it.
Can you just give me a minute? I want to talk to Sheldon for just a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Pocket tins are the rarest of all the tins. All the most expensive tins are pocket tins. That's a really good tin. Like, that's one of the top 5 pocket tins. I'm gonna make a big number offer on that if it's okay with you.
Oh yeah, and he's not a tin guy. He might be convinced.
He doesn't need the money. And he's made it very clear that if he likes something, he's not selling it. So I'm gonna try and just bang. Gordon, I know you don't want to sell it. And I'd be lying to you if I told you it wasn't a great tin, because it is. It's a great tin. I don't know what you're expecting, but I'm gonna offer you $1,000 on it. Sometimes at an auction sale, if you want something, when the auctioneer says, can I get 1,000? You put your hand up, put 1,000 out, you take everyone else out of the game.
100%.
I'll consider it. Even though it's sitting there, you know, and not in a special place, it's still part of my collection.
I love it. I'd love to own it. That's why I'm making you an offer like that. I wanted to give him enough time to think about it, but then what I wanted to do was just sort of stick my hand out and give him the option of shaking my hand. $1,000?
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. I'm real happy with that. And I think you should be too. It was just a feeling of ecstasy to know that we now own that tin.
I think we're done here, except for one thing.
Hey, bud.
Now, does this girl have a name?
Probably does.
To you, it's called milk.
Yeah. So you just sit down, see, and squeeze like that.
Piece of cake.
It's a piece of cake if you know what you're doing.
So you think you can milk one like that?
Sure, why not give her a go? Come on, Susie. It's just me.
You have to squeeze them now. You're stripping. Just when you need to be squeezing it.
This is hilarious. Can't even milk a cow.
Scott, get in here. Nice going, Scott.
There's not much coming out.
Enough for your coffee tomorrow morning. That's where we're at right now.
I'm not sure how you do this, man.
It's a tough call whether it's easier to milk that cow or easier to buy from you.
You got a great collection here.
As they say, there's a lot of junk there.
You're a hard guy to deal with sometimes, but at least we got one really good thing off you. And I thank you for that.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we did
Had
too.
a good time.
I'll keep in touch.
Good seeing you.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see you guys.
Take a look at that baby. That is a beautiful thing.
It was just sitting there covered in dust too, wasn't it?
I was so frustrated at the start when,
Oh.
no, not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. Then I saw that. I haven't seen one that good before, and I'm likely not going to see one that good again.
Yeah. So we're going to see Ken, big-time horse collector. Anything horse-related, Ken's got it in his collection. Buggies, saddles, you name it.
I'm real excited.
What a nice setup they've got going here. Wow.
This is a serious horse place.
Could be a good one.
Hey, Ken, Scott, how are you?
Good.
Hi, Ken.
Nice to meet you.
So what's the story here? You do, obviously, Arabians. We
Yeah,
saw
my
once
wife
we
has a
came
bunch
in.
of horses for the endurance riding and trail riding and stuff, and antiques, buy and sell and collect.
Well, take us to the antiques and collectibles area.
All right, right over there.
Oh, the mother lode.
Wow, stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Carriages, sleighs, and cutters. All kinds of stuff in there. This is a candy store.
Here's a nice little box. Oh, and a piece of advertising on top of it. There's a ton of little knickknacks that I'm prepared to make an offer on.
Oh, isn't that a good tobacco cutter?
When you see that from the first second you walk in the door, you're a happy guy as a picker.
This is a nice buggy here. What's the buggy and cutter market like these days?
Good stuff always sells.
And that's the case throughout the whole collectibles market?
Seems like it.
Geez, look at the little buggy seat.
Cute.
I like to collect anything that's horse-related, in good condition. I really don't know what got me started. I guess it's just the want to buy and sell, just collecting in the meantime. I guess collecting was in the meantime of finishing the buying and selling part.
Is that creepy?
Whoa.
Yikes.
That's got to be what, an elk?
An elk, it looks like, yeah.
I know we're going to have some fun today, and I hope we're going to do some business.
Look at this.
A notch above the ones we see.
We've seen hundreds of cowboy clocks, but this one had a rearing cowboy on it. One of the rarer ones you'll ever see.
150.
I'd sell that for probably $125 to $150. I'm saying to myself, okay, we got to see if he's going to negotiate or not. Like, I'd take a flyer on that at 100 just because it's so good.
What do you think, Ken?
Go ahead.
Thanks.
He's willing to deal. This could be a great pick. Hey, I like the beavers. What would you want for them?
20 bucks a piece.
Sold.
I've never met a beaver you don't like. Hey, that's a weird whip, isn't it?
Well, the guy riding the horse, that's how he controlled the hounds.
Oh, so this wasn't for the horses and this one's for the hounds.
That's right. That's
No wonder those beagles are always howling.
Whoa.
Scott finds a fox hunting horn.
Here, let me put this in your ear. That's as good as I can do. I'm sorry.
Come on.
You can tell who played the French horn.
Yeah.
I'm the kid in the candy store. Wow, you've got some great stuff in here.
And the place is just loaded with things.
Put your finger in there.
Really good stuff that'll give a lot of people enjoyment in Calgary.
Whoa, there's a beauty.
Nice high back saddle you got there, Ken.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Very good condition, too.
Riley and McCormick, makers, Calgary, Alberta.
That's a pretty saddle.
It's in good shape.
Yeah. This saddle has been well looked after for almost 100 years. Nice high back. There's no patina like leather and a bum rubbing on it for hundreds of hours.
Ah, there's some paper.
Yeah, catalogs from that same company.
Great West Saddlery, harness catalog. That's a Calgary. Oh, another Great West Saddlery.
This is Adams Brothers from Calgary Saddlery.
Oh, okay. 3 old brochures, the Great West Saddlery ones, 2 of them, and the Calgary Saddle Company. There are serious paper collectors out there, and we know them, who will pay good money for those brochures.
These are usually about $50, $75 a piece, $800 for the whole deal.
I was hoping you'd say 700, because that's like sort of the top of our range is 700.
I'm trying to read them all the time to see what they're thinking, but by having to read the 2 of them at the same time, they're working on you on both sides.
We can't be in this for more than 6, and we can't be in these for more than 100 to make any money on them anyway. We've got to take that thing home.
Well, you come a long way, so.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, that is a top-notch saddle.
Good price, and clearly, Kent is motivated to sell.
This would have had a trigger at some time, wouldn't it? Oh, it's a boot jack. It turns into a boot jack. Oh, that's cool.
You need to travel with that, my friend.
Well, that's what I would need it for, is a traveling boot jack. I don't know how many times in our travels people ask us into their house, and it takes me 5 minutes to get my cowboy boots off because I've been tromping through the wet grass or something. What would you want for that little guy?
$25.
Oh.
Where are you going to find another one like that?
You know what? I'll buy it just because
I knew you were going to say
I need to carry it with me, and I'm taking it everywhere I go.
Hey, Scott, you know me, I love an anvil. Look at this one. I got one guy that wants one to use it for some smithing, another guy that needs it for decorations.
You can't get a better decoration than that one.
What do you want out of that, Ken?
We usually get around $300 for them.
We've seen them for as cheap as $75 and as much as $500. You're right in the middle.
Yeah. 2.5. Thank you.
That's a good anvil.
Yeah, Ken, I wanted to ask you about that.
Now this is another beauty. Can I take this down? That is a great piece of advertising. This is something that would have sat in a general store. This is early. This has got to be 1910.
I'm sure it's in that area, yeah.
The Toot Hope Carriage Company Limited. Fabulous advertising with a Roman with 2 horses on the top of it. A thing that got me Calgary, Alberta on it. What would you do for that? And I know you do carriages, so this is going to be a hard one.
Partial to that, but 500 would take it.
Is that your bottom line, or is there any room for negotiation? It's got some water damage. I want to own it, but I'm not sure what I'm going to have to pay for it. I'd snap it up like that at 400.
You would.
It's going to cost me $150 to get the water stains out of it.
No, I don't want to be hard, but $450.
I knew you were going there. I'd already had it in my mind.
Make sure it goes to a good home. I always thought I would never sell it, but he seemed like he liked it so much.
That's just a wonderful piece of advertising.
Scott and I know a conservator that can take that water damage out. That is a unique piece and will look pristine when it's done.
Once you get it all fixed up, if you ever want to cash it in, you always got 500 here.
Yeah, okay. After I spend 400 on it, I got my 500 back. Yeah. Yes!
Hey, this is quite a loft you have up here.
There's a little extra space.
Oh, wow.
At the top of the stairs, we see this fabulous old store display horse.
Whoa.
Wow.
Never seen anything quite like it before. This is a fantastic thing, isn't it?
Came from a store in Montreal. It was in the window. Everybody I know saw it.
And you got the other smaller version there.
This was the smaller version. They're selling smaller harness.
Wow, amazing.
Were they together all their lives?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh, be ashamed to split them up.
I would think so, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What would you need for something like that?
I think they're worth $20,000 for the pair of them. You know, I didn't want to split them up, but I will sell them for $20,000.
They're so cool.
I don't know that we're going to stick our neck out that far.
Oh, I got to get out of here before I buy these.
It'll be the best thing you've done today.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They got everything going for them.
Except the price.
He just scared us with the price.
Okay, let's pack some stuff up.
This is a great Riley and McCormick.
It really is. It's going to be more valuable in Calgary than it is in Quebec. We'll make somebody real happy because I've not seen that one for a long time.
I'm gonna hand you this carriage picture.
You know, I think that might be something that we could get somebody to take a look at. It could be worth a lot more than we paid for.
Doesn't get any more fun than that.
Well, good. I'm glad you had a good day.
I really like Ken. He was a cool cucumber to deal with. Played his cards kind of close to the vest. Keep finding all the good stuff.
Okay.
Shell, I just want to talk to you for a second.
I know what you're thinking.
I just can't get those horses out of my mind. I'm thinking this is an opportunity we just can't pass up. Those two horses are the best things we've seen in a long time. And a pair of them out of the same historic store in Canada, in Quebec, I hate walking away from that. And I know we're stepping up on them.
He said $20,000.
I mean, that's a ton of money.
I don't think there's much flexibility.
I just don't think we should walk away from the two best things we've ever seen. At least take a shot.
But I'm with you. Let's give it a good shot.
Okay, let's do it. There are so many cross collectors for that kind of item. Western guys would want them because you could display a beautiful saddle.
Oh, yeah.
Guys that have current saddle restores would want them because they're wonderful. There's just a lot of people out in the West that have a lot of money and they want to decorate their houses with things like that.
Ken, we'd like to revisit these horses again.
All right.
So you said 20.
We're not going to insult you.
I don't think it was overpriced.
As an end price, I don't think it's overpriced. But for us to try and buy it and then move it along, it's a bit steep for us. I'm saying to myself, okay, we got to see if he's for real on these, if he's going to negotiate or not. I hope I'm not going to insult you. I'm going to try it on at a lower price.
Right.
I was really thinking 12 grand, 6 each. That's what I was thinking.
When they offered 12, I knew they had to be interested because it's a fair bit of change.
I'm ready to do business, but that's a little low. I would do $17.50.
17,500. So he's come a little bit our way. Let's see if we can meet in the middle. What if we went 14?
Yeah, well, you're going in the right direction, but I think they're better than that.
Well, I think they are too, but we're trying to make a little bit of money off them too.
You have to own them first. I own them. And that's, you want to make money with them, you have to own them. Then you can do what you want with it. It's not a lot of money considering what we're talking about.
So at 14,000 in total, are we close?
You're getting a little closer, but like I said, I've dropped quite a bit. $17.50. I'd throw in the harness, and I'd throw in the two carts.
Carts are an old sulky cart, aren't they?
Yeah, they're definitely old and antique, and they have some value.
Who's doing a trick that Sheldon and I will often do when we're trying to sell is we want a certain dollar value, but then we'll throw other things into it that we don't have as much money into.
Well, Ken, we're prepared to give you our best shot.
All right.
Sheldon was just about to make the offer that we had agreed was our top nut. Just hold on a sec, okay? I'll be right back.
I knew exactly what Scott was doing.
I gathered up a whole bunch of things that I'd had my eye on all day. Go ahead.
It looks like he's ready for business.
We want to go for the full-size horse, the smaller version, the cane,
Okay.
this crop,
Yep.
farrier's stand,
And the two buggies.
and the buggies, the carts
Whoa,
with
whoa,
them.
Whoa, whoa, that's enough. You're getting, okay, okay, yeah.
Say no more.
Yeah.
15,000.
Oh, yes! I am ecstatic with that. Now let's get going. We're gonna
No
have
more
to be...
picking today. We're done, Ken. We're riding away.
We're sending a truck for these, though.
Very
But
good.
my heart's a pounding, and I'm sure Scott's is
Oh,
too.
that was great.
Original store displays, buy of the decade for us. We're the biggest horses' asses on this side of the earth, but we got two great horses.
That's Mr. Horse's ass to you, okay?
They're happy, and I'm just as happy. It was a real great day. Drive safely.
That was unbelievable.
Woo!
Exactly. If there is a perfect pick, that's as close as we've ever got.
I don't know anything about it, All I know is that was one of the best buys we've made in a long time.
I knew we were going to do a deal on that. It was just a question of what we took it away for.
And I knew you were going to grind him again, and I thought, you know what? Let's just shake. I'm a happy guy. Maybe he changes his mind. Ken is such a good guy, too.
Great guy. Had a great time. We did real well. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm real happy.
Me too. Alberta bound. Alberta bound.
Twang, twang.
It's good to be
Twang, twang.
Alberta bound.
Twang, twang.
We're on our way to see an acquaintance of both of ours, Cameron, who runs a bookstore and knows a lot about paper products. Cameron's a good appraiser. He knows his stuff. He's right there in the marketplace.
He's probably sold more paper than everybody else in the city put together.
Yeah.
I told him about the Tudhope on the phone. I just sort of basically outlined what it was, just in case he had to do some research. Hey, Cameron.
Scotty.
See ya.
How you doing?
Hi, Cameron.
Sheldon?
Well, there's the piece
Wow.
that I told you about.
Looks terrific.
Yeah, I mean, I love the image, but what I liked the most about it was Calgary.
You don't very often see things like that have Calgary on them as well as the Ontario logo as well for carriages that early. Looks fabulous. I've been doing this for 28 years. I've never seen that particular item.
This would have been in a retailer's location.
Absolutely. They'd have sent out X number of them to potential clients who put up perhaps even at country fairs and things. So very few of them have survived for that reason. This looks terrific. Certainly condition is the #1 thing, and then a subject matter. This company seems to have specialized in carriages. So because they're certainly not produced anymore today, it's a very scarce thing. For somebody that would own a carriage like this, it's a wonderful thing to hang up behind the carriage wherever it's stored or in your workshop.
It sort of crosses boundaries too, because people that just collect advertising would like it. People that collect Calgary stuff would like it. What's it worth? We paid $500 for that poster.
Make sure it goes to a good home.
I would probably put this out in the shop in the $1,500 to $1,750 range, but I think if it can be flattened out and put into a better frame, I would certainly put $2,500 on it, and anyone that argued say go find another one, because I've looked long and hard, haven't seen anything quite as nice.
Bingo.
Score.
That's a great appraisal for us. Excellent. We're going to leave it here, Cameron.
Super.
Good
Hey,
news.
guys.
Thanks,
Wow.
Thanks, Cameron.
I wish I'd found this thing. You guys are just too lucky out there.
Scott and I will do well on that piece. I didn't sleep well last night, Scott, and I'll tell you why. I kept having this vision of a raccoon grabbing onto one of my digits, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't extricate him. And you know me, I mean, I like to fish. You gotta tie knots. I like to fly a kite. You know, I like to eat with chopsticks.
It didn't have anything to do with the fact that somebody tried to deliver a pizza to your room at 2:30 in the morning.
No, not at all. I was just thinking about raccoons.